What if I told you that right now, while most people are distracted by entertainment, social media, and daily routines, the wealthy are making silent moves behind the scenes? They're buying different assets, moving money into new sectors, preparing for economic changes before the public even notices. And history shows something terrifying. Every major financial shift creates two types of people: those who become richer than ever before, and those who spend years trying to recover. In 2008, millions lost homes. But some investors became billionaires. During the 2020 crisis, many businesses collapsed. But the rich doubled their wealth. And now, experts are warning that 2026 could become another turning point in global finance. The question is, will you be ready before it happens? Or will you realize too late that the signs were everywhere? Stay till the end of this video, because today we're breaking down why the rich are quietly preparing for 2026, and what ordinary people should start paying attention to right now. Welcome back to Wealth Flow, the channel where we uncover global money trends, wealth strategies, economic shifts, and financial opportunities before the mainstream talks about them. If you want to stay ahead of the financial game, make sure to subscribe right now, because the next few years could change everything. And trust me, you do not want to be the last person to realize what's happening. Part 1. The world is changing fast. Over the past few years, the global economy has changed faster than ever before. Prices are rising. Debt is exploding. Banks are becoming unstable. And governments around the world are printing massive amounts of money. Most people think inflation is temporary. But wealthy investors know something important: when governments print too much money, the value of money slowly decreases. That means your savings buy less. Your salary buys less. And the middle class becomes weaker over time. This is exactly why many rich people are no longer keeping all their wealth in cash. Instead, they are positioning themselves for what may come next. And here's where things get serious. Some analysts believe the global financial system is entering a transition period leading into 2026. A period where old economic structures may struggle, while new opportunities emerge. That's why smart money is already moving. Quietly. Without making headlines. Part 2. Why the rich move early. Here's something most people never understand. The rich do not wait for confirmation. By the time news channels start talking about opportunities, wealthy investors are already taking profits. The average person reacts emotionally. But the wealthy prepare strategically. When fear enters the market, they look for opportunity. When everyone ignores warning signs, they start positioning early. And right now, there are several warning signs appearing globally. Interest rates remain high in many countries. Consumer debt is reaching record levels. Housing affordability is collapsing in some regions. And many economies are slowing down. Meanwhile, artificial intelligence is rapidly replacing jobs. Entire industries are changing. This creates uncertainty for millions of workers. But for investors? Uncertainty often creates massive wealth opportunities. That's why wealthy individuals are investing heavily into sectors they believe will dominate the future. Technology, energy, gold, digital infrastructure, and strategic assets. Because they know one thing: the next decade may reward those who adapt early. Part 3. The biggest wealth transfers in history. History repeats itself. Every major economic crisis creates a wealth transfer. During recessions, assets become cheaper. Businesses fail. People panic. Markets crash. But those with preparation and knowledge often buy valuable assets at discounted prices. This happened after the 2008 financial crisis. While most people were afraid, smart investors bought stocks, real estate, and companies at extremely low prices. Years later, many became incredibly wealthy. And according to some financial analysts, another massive shift may happen before or around 2026. Not necessarily a complete collapse, but a restructuring of money, technology, jobs, and investments. Look around the world today. Cashless systems are expanding. Digital currencies are being tested. Artificial intelligence is changing labor markets. And global power structures are shifting. These are not small changes. These are signs of transformation. And transformation always creates winners and losers. Part 4. What the rich are buying now. Let's talk about what many wealthy people are focusing on right now. First, gold. Throughout history, gold has been seen as protection during uncertainty. When inflation rises or currencies weaken, investors often move toward hard assets. Second, technology and AI. Why? Because AI is expected to become one of the biggest economic revolutions in modern history. Companies involved in automation, AI tools, robotics, and data infrastructure may dominate future markets. Third, real assets. Land. Energy. Resources. Infrastructure. Why? Because even during economic instability, real assets maintain long-term importance. And fourth, knowledge. This may sound surprising, but the richest people invest heavily into learning. They study markets. They understand trends. They prepare before the crowd. Meanwhile, most people spend years ignoring financial education completely. And that difference changes everything. Part 5. The danger of doing nothing. Here's the scary part. Most people will ignore all of this. Not because they are lazy, but because humans naturally resist change. People assume tomorrow will look exactly like today. But history proves otherwise. Imagine ignoring the internet in the 1990s. Ignoring smartphones in 2007. Ignoring AI today. Massive changes often look small in the beginning. Then suddenly, everything changes fast. That's why doing nothing can become dangerous. If inflation continues rising, savings lose value. If industries change rapidly, some jobs disappear. If financial systems evolve, people who fail to adapt may struggle badly. And sadly, many people wait until crisis hits before taking action. But by then, opportunities become harder. Preparation matters. Part 6. What ordinary people should do now before panic starts. This video is not saying the world is ending. And this is not financial advice. But there are practical things ordinary people can start doing today. Number 1. Improve financial knowledge. Understand money. Learn about investing. Study economic trends. Because information becomes power during uncertain times. Number 2. Reduce unnecessary debt. Debt becomes dangerous during economic slowdowns. Many wealthy people avoid high-risk debt before uncertain periods. Number 3. Build multiple income sources. Relying on one paycheck in a rapidly changing world can become risky. Online businesses. Freelancing. Digital skills. Investments. The future may reward flexibility. Number 4. Focus on high-value skills. AI may replace repetitive work, but creativity, leadership, communication, and strategic thinking will remain valuable. And number 5. Stay calm. Fear destroys decision-making. The rich often succeed because they remain rational while others panic. Part 7. The psychology of wealth. One major difference between wealthy people and average people is mindset. Most people consume. The wealthy acquire. Most people chase trends. The wealthy study systems. Most people focus on short-term comfort. The wealthy think long-term. That's why preparation matters so much. The future belongs to those who can adapt faster than others. And adaptation starts with awareness. Right now, millions of people still think nothing major is changing. But under the surface, technology is evolving. Money is evolving. Business is evolving. And global economics are evolving. Quietly. Just like the title of this video says, the rich are preparing quietly. Because they know opportunities often appear before the public notices them. Part 8. 2026 could become a turning point. So why are people talking about 2026 specifically? Because several global trends are expected to intensify around that period. AI adoption may accelerate dramatically. Debt pressures may increase globally. Economic restructuring could continue. Digital finance systems may expand further. And geopolitical tensions could reshape markets. Now nobody can predict the future perfectly. But smart people prepare for possibilities instead of ignoring them completely. And that's exactly what many wealthy individuals are doing right now. They're preparing. Not publicly. Not emotionally. Quietly. Strategically. Patiently. Final message at the end of the day, this isn't about fear. It's about awareness. Because the world rewards people who prepare early. The next few years could create massive opportunities for those who stay informed, adaptable, and financially smart. But those who ignore the changing world completely may struggle to catch up later. The biggest wealth shifts in history never announce themselves loudly. They happen quietly at first. And by the time everyone notices, the smart money has already moved. The real question is, what will you do before 2026 arrives? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Wealth Flow for more powerful content about money, economic trends, global finance, and future wealth opportunities. And comment below. Do you think 2026 will bring a major financial shift, or is this all being exaggerated? I read every comment. Thanks for watching Wealth Flow, and I'll see you in the next video. Disclaimer. This video is created for educational and informational purposes only. The content shared on this channel is based on publicly available information, market trends, opinions, and personal research. We are not financial advisors, and nothing in this video should be considered financial, investment, legal, or professional advice. Investing and financial decisions involve risk, and viewers should always do their own research before making any financial moves. The opinions expressed in this video are intended for general awareness and discussion purposes only. We do not guarantee the accuracy, completeness, or future outcome of any information presented. Always consult a qualified financial professional before making investment decisions. Viewer discretion and independent research are strongly encouraged.